Easy to kind of have a different performance today after such a big weekend. How did you like your team's focus?
It was good. We talked about that. We talked about the ability to try to match the level of compete we had this weekend and not, play the name of the other shirt, but just an opportunity to compete against what our best effort is and best competitive level is. And sign of a good team is one that either going into a rivalry weekend or a big conference weekend or some type of weekend with a spotlight on it, to be able to go into that weekend in the midweek or come off of that weekend in the next midweek and still be consistent is a really important trait of a consistent, good team. And so it was important. This game was really important for us because this is not your normal midweek game against a regional team. This is another power conference and a really good program and well-coached team and a top 25 team this year. And when the rankings came out at the beginning of the season, and you can see why. They're very capable. Some of their bullpen arms, especially Wentworth and Dean, they had nasty stuff. And so we were lucky to get it. It's a big win. It's a good win for us, and it'll look good at the end of the year, a win like this. So it's just, the guys are mature enough to be able to have those conversations with them and understand that, this isn't just some typical midweek game. Like that's a really good opponent, and, we need to not have a letdown after a really good weekend.
Thoughts on Billy's performance tonight? I know he gave up some hits, but he seemed to get the outs when he needed them.
Yeah, I thought he wiggled out of a lot of jams and started the game off 1-2-3, and just, anytime there was some traffic, found a way to get out of it and put 4 zeros up, which allowed us to score 5 runs. And that really, we haven't had many of those games this year where we've just opened up a little bit of a margin and then extended the lead. It's maybe the second time so far this season where we've had to get ahead, stay ahead the whole time. So his 5 innings was very valuable for us, to only hold a good offense to 1 run, allow our offense to score 5 runs. So he was very effective tonight, and will continue to be one of our starters, one of our dudes out there.
Billy had to sit for this last start a while. What was your message to him, and what did you see from him mindset-wise going into this start?
Really good. He's a captain. He's tough. I mean, I know it's like the weekend gets magnified, especially once you get into rival games, conference games, but all the games are important. And for what our goals are for this season, we're going to need to do really well in the midweeks too, if we want to be here in June. So, having a guy that's older, that's mature, that understands the value of and how important these games are, and to come out and give us consistency like that, like Billy did, or just to get us off to a good start like Austin did the first couple of midweeks. So having these 4 guys that we've keyed in on, and then it'll be different the next couple weeks because we have double midweeks the next 2 weeks too, so we'll have to find a 5th starter. But these 4 guys that have started for us have all done a nice job, and Billy is no exception. And he can pitch on the weekends, he can pitch in the midweeks. He's just one of our top 4 starters.
Him starting today is kind of foreshadowing Austin's move back to the weekend.
What's that?
Billy starting today, is that kind of a precursor back to Austin going back to the weekend?
Yeah, and that was, we had wanted to get there eventually, so this just seems like a natural progression to give Austin a start on the weekend and then get ready for conference play after that.
Who would be a candidate for that 5th starter?
Matt Marshall's the easy pick, but he's so valuable in all the swing roles. He can be long relief, he can be a fireman, he can be a closer, he can be a high leverage reliever. So he's just super valuable. But he would be an easy, guy to point to. And then we got a lot of young, good, talented pitchers as well, guys who have started in our program in the past, like Joe Allen, who could definitely do it. So But yeah, we've got plenty of guys. If with that fifth guy, it has to be kind of a whole staff approach, then we can do that too. But, you know, gun to my head, name a fifth starter, Matt Marshall.
Any other questions?
Any update on Reed Garris?
Yeah, he pitched yesterday in an inter squad and threw an inning, 20 pitches, looked good. He should be back, I guess, this weekend. If not this weekend, then next week. But he looks good. Yeah, good. That's another good guy to have back in there.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks guys.